What's going on YouTube? My name is ginj-tcg or Chris, and today I'm back revisiting a crazy rogue deck list. Today we are playing Team Rocket's Porygon-Z. With the R command attack, you do 20 damage for each Team Rocket supporter in your discard pile. So we are capping out literally every single Team Rocket supporter we are playing, as well as the Team Rocket's Transceivers. And one of the reasons I like this deck so much is honestly because of Transceiver and like all of the supporters. I mean, it just makes this deck so consistent. It's insane. If you don't know the supporters, the main one I usually use is Ariana, where you draw until you have 8 cards in your hand. And the reason it's always 8 is because I literally only play Team Rocket's Pokemon in this deck, so I don't have to worry about not having a full board of Team Rocket's Pokemon. Archer is just Iono, but better in the early game, potentially slightly worse in the late game if your opponent's dropped under 3 prize cards, but you always drop until 5 in your hand, which is always kind of nice. Team Rocket's Giovanni is going to be our gusting card for the deck, and Team Rocket's Petrel will dig us out any individual trainer card we need, such as a Night Stretcher, Sacred Ash, maybe a Rare Candy in a random situation, something like that. And then we got Team Rocket's Proton, which is going to be the most essential piece of this puzzle to getting this deck going as soon as possible on your first turn. And that is another reason I really like this deck too, because this is a deck that really doesn't mind going first. I think right now we're in a format where almost every single deck loves going second. And Team Rocket's Proton plus Transceiver give you 8 different drawing outs to getting essentially a full bench established, since you take 3 basic Team Rocket's Pokemon and put them into your hand, or, you know, when you're playing this deck, essentially just putting them on the bench. So I really like the combo. The new piece of this puzzle, which I think is the first time I'm really showcasing it around this card, is the Ignition Energy. I think Ignition Energy is the single most important reason why I think this deck got insanely good. Reversal Energy is always nice. However, the problem with Reversal Energy was there was situations where your opponent could boss around the Reversal Pokemon and then tie up or maybe fall behind a prize card, which meant that Reversal Energy ended up becoming a dead energy. With Ignition Energy, yes, it is only there for the turn you attack, but you can attack every single time you attach it, and it doesn't really matter to who, because if we think about, you know, like if you look at this list and you're like, oh, but what do you do about Corson or Agrippon? It's like, okay, hey, Porygon-Z. Because Porygon-Z has the same R command attack, now it's 3 energy. So where on Porygon-Z, it's just a 2 energy attack cost, and Team Rocket's energy works perfect. Porygon-2 is now an insanely lethal attacker because of Ignition Energy, so we don't even necessarily need to jump up to the 140 HP for Porygon-Z. So I think this card is absolutely amazing. I think this deck feels, in my mind, it feels very similar to Ethan's Typhlosion, just a slightly slower ramp up, but a higher damage cap. So whereas Typhlosion, you need a bunch of tools and not really supporters, but tools and stadiums and stuff to knock down the stage 2 Pokemon HP or help jump up there, like with stuff like Victini, Brave Bengal, and Gravity Mountain. This deck maybe takes an extra turn or 2 to get up to those numbers, but once you get up to those numbers, you're swinging them for the rest of the game. So I think this deck's OHKO potential is insane going into the late game. I don't know if it's as strong as Ethan's Typhlosion, but it's definitely a deck I love playing right now, and it's one I'd like to spend a lot more time running. Just the sheer consistency, it makes this deck feel so good. And before anyone asks why I'm not playing Brilliant Blender and I'm playing Secret Box as my ace spec, is I just think Secret Box is infinitely better to get rid of more supporters. You could use Secret Box to discard 3 supporters from your hand. You could take a 4th supporter, and then you could also take Team Rocket's Factory to draw 2 more cards and have a phenomenal chance of drawing into a supporter or 2, and then you could use Reconstitute, which is the ability on Porygon-Z to discard 2 cards and draw 1, but remember, you're just discarding 2 more supporters when you use Reconstitute. So I think, you know, like Secret Box, it's you get an ability to just get more in the discard pile than Brilliant Blender, while also setting yourself up with a higher level of consistency. So I don't know. And in that example, I didn't even talk about playing a supporter, because playing a supporter means 1 more is going in the discard pile. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of Secret Box. I think Secret Box is by far the best ace spec in this deck. It's already a consistent deck, so just being able to take it to another level of consistency is always super nice. I think one of the only changes I would potentially make is going, instead of 3 Night Stretcher, down to 2, and then playing 2 copies of Sacred Ash, because you really need to make sure that you've got as many Pokemon in your deck as possible, and you just recycle as many outs as you can. But it's, you know, it's not the end of the world. We get the job done. Spread decks sometimes are a little difficult. I'm thinking like Marnie's Grimmsnarl. I mean, that's kind of a hard match because you've got some low HP Pokemon, and we only stop damage counters. We stop effects of attacks. Dendor basic Team Rocket's Pokemon, so we can stop the Dragapult spread, but when you look at like double Monkey Dories that could take down Porygon, or a bunch of Frostlass and Grimmsnarl, I mean, it gets a little difficult, which is is sometimes hard, but I think right now in the format, every deck has a bad matchup or two, so it's not the end of the world. I think it's got a fun Goldengo match, fun Raging Bolt match. I mean, the Charizard match is always fun. It's just who hits harder more consistently. And yeah, I mean, it's a great deck. I think it's totally worth a play. I think it's pretty solid right now, so I'm super excited to get after this deck, which is going to really revolve around the new Ignition Energy. So before I hop into today's video with Porygon-Z, just want to remind everyone two things. One, go check out the Draw Pass TCG channel. That TCG channel is the home of my competitive team, alongside a bunch of other, a few content creators, a few amazing players. And we're going to be making a Worlds push all together, so definitely go check that out. On the channel, we've got the Amazing Battle VIPs podcast, co-hosted by my boy Avery. Phenomenal co-host. Definitely go listen to him. Yap, he's a fun guy to listen to. As well as other series, such as the Hater Guide series from Chef Husky, as well as my own Evolve Your Game series to try to help just build people's knowledge in the game. And some new series will be starting soon as well. And on top of that, make sure you go over to TCG Player. So if you're looking to order any singles, such as this amazing Team Rockets deck, make sure you hop on over to TCG Player using my link in the description down below. Clicking on my link for any decks, singles, or deck accessories, does not matter what card game, will support the channel in a massive way. So thank you so much to everyone who's been doing that. And the final announcement before I hop into today's video is to go check out the XY guy on YouTube. This deck was inspired by his video on it. I have always loved playing Porygon-Z, so seeing homie played super well with Ignition Energy definitely sparked my interest, and I think made me want to get more into it. I think one of the biggest changes from my list over to his was I'm playing a second copy of Rare Candy just to make sure I've got that insanely quick evolution into Porygon-Z. But XY Guy is an amazing YouTuber. Definitely big shout out to him for posting a great video on it. I definitely recommend go checking it out. I mean, homie makes great content, so if you haven't seen his channel before, definitely go see what homie's got going on, because he cooks up some awesome decks. And with that being said, let's hop into today's video and see how well Ignition Energy can carry our version of the Team Rockets Porygon-Z deck to the 3-0 record. Welcome to match number 1. There was a lot of decks I expected to run into. Misty's Gyarados was not one of them. I'm excited for this, man. I am excited for this. I mean, they're going to be blowing us up. We are going to be blowing them up. It's really just going to come down to a battle of consistency. Like who's got the better supporter here, and we've got so many outs to a phenomenal start. I mean, we got Team Rockets Proton, which is always what we go into, and I prized one Porygon and my Articuno, which honestly I don't think that's the end of the world. We got Secret Box, and we've prized one Team Rockets Energy, so this is fine. We can make this work. I don't know what supporters my opponent has in the deck, but I think I just always go Team Rockets Factory here. Oh. Excuse me, try to draw some extra cards, and this is a perfect hand for the next turn. So I am going to pass for turn here, so see what my opponent's got in store for us. I guess I didn't need to bench the Mimikyu. It's just nice because it's a free retreat Pokemon, so it always gives me a little bit of a pivot out. And what I'm thinking with this next hand is we can go Ultra Ball for Porygon-Z, and then Rare Candy into Porygon-Z as well, off the Secret Box from Petrel, and then we can hopefully get some more supporters in my hand following that. So let's promote the Mimikyu here, just see what I got in store. My opponent is also going to fly through their deck because they discard the top 7 every time, so that is a little annoying. I do like the Night Stretcher. I am going to need that Porygon back. I definitely do not mind using the Night Stretcher now, and the KO a full line is when I go for the Sacred Ash they play. So we'll evolve into a Porygon 2. It's better than nothing. I am most likely going to, I guess I could Transceiver this turn. I only play one Sacred Ash, so I really can't get rid of that. You know what might be better? Ultra Ball away Factory Petrel, Transceiver for Ariana. Probably gives us a better out. Take the Porygon-Z. Transceiver for Ariana, draw 6. Because if we went Secret Box, I don't know what I would have discarded. We would have had to get rid of Secret Ash. It doesn't feel good. So I think I like the heavy draw here. This isn't bad. It's not perfect. It's definitely not perfect. We can 100% reconstitute away double Proton. Those are the perfect supporters for reconstitute. We'll draw another Petrel. I need an energy. If I don't get an energy, this hurts. This hurts a ton. But I mean, I don't know why I worry. There's zero reason to worry. All we need to do. How many supporters do I have in the discard pile? 3, 4, 5. So we're swinging 5 times 2 is 100 damage. Ooh. Ooh, man. Maybe that isn't enough. Maybe we do just throw out Porygon. Right? what is this? Discard a card from your hand. Discard a... hacking isn't great. Chip damage doesn't feel great either. I think I just... maybe I should have just left a Porygon in, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, I did the math right. Just an unfortunate situation. We'll pass here. That's fine. My opponent might struggle getting Pokemon back in their deck, depending on how many Sacred Ash they discard, how many Gyarados they get rid of, energy, stuff like that. It's going to be kind of difficult. And they go Night Stretcher immediately. Probably take a, what, Water Energy or something out of their deck. What do they got? I'd be lying if I said I remember what 80% of this deck did. They could just evolve and swing. Yeah, they're swinging for enough there. They're swinging for 140 damage. But they got rid of a Sacred Ash, and that's exactly what I mean. When you start losing Sacred Ashes is when this deck gets a little scary. So they're up 2 prize cards, which doesn't feel great. We're going to turn this one around. We're going to turn this one around. It was just an unfortunate start on the 180, and the fact that they have 0 2-prize Pokemon in play. But, I mean, we thrive off this. There's nothing to worry about here. We're going to go reconstitute immediately, and we're going to get rid of the double Petrel. I'm not going to need these guys as much. I like a Secret Box. Secret Box feels pretty good. I think the best play for us is probably to keep Reconstitute and just smack the Ignition Energy here and go in with an R command. I could Secret Box away my hand. I mean, that just guarantees me the KO, which I feel like is more important. How much am I swinging here? Because this is already my committed attacker, so we're already at 140. I like that. I get rid of a Porygon 2, sure, but this is fine. Because for my turn, I can take Archer. I can take Team Rocket's Factory. We already have one in play, so I guess it really doesn't matter. Is there an item? Maybe the Night Stretcher? Yeah, I don't hate a Night Stretcher. Just get another Porygon back that we could manually evolve into later, because I got 2 left. This is cool. This is cool. And then since Stretcher is out of my deck, we should have a better time drawing into something a little bit more useful with the Team Rocket's Factory, and I don't really care that I'm shuffling one more back into my deck. That's fine. We got the value we needed out of our Secret Box, and my god, is this actually a phenomenal hand. So we'll definitely run Team Rocket's Factory here. See if I can draw into something solid. This is something solid. This is an energy for my backup attacker, Porygon-Z. And then we're also putting my opponent in a tough spot where they got 3 cards in hand. They don't have a single draw engine. There's no Gyarados, no energy, no Starmie. I guess if they evolve into Starmie, they got something to put together. But like that's okay, you know. We'll accept that. It's not the end of the world. I just wanted to keep Porygon because of Reconstitute, just in case. Hassle's gonna be the supporter my opponent needed to most likely get them whatever they need to follow through the rest of the match. I mean, just look at the top 8, choose 3 after a KO. It's nuts. And they don't reveal. They just take. So we'll see what they got here. They needed Energy, Misty, Starmie, and some other 3rd card. Other than that, they would have needed to switch out Gyarados Energy. One of those 2 plays would have devastated us the most. A whiff on a KO here would be the best thing from us, but there's the Starmie, we saw the Rod, there's the Buddy Poffin. That's not an energy. So if they don't evolve here either, this doesn't feel that bad, because I could go Team Rocket's Transceiver to switch out into my Porygon attached to Team Rocket's Energy and start swinging that way. And never mind, there's the Earthen Vessel. So they got rid of a Sacred Ash? That's insane. That surprised me. Alright. Well, that's fine. They swing for 140. You know what? Actually, I guess having Porygon in the active wouldn't have mattered at all. They swing 140 pretty much no matter what. Okay. This is fine. There are 3 prize cards in. The consistency, man. We just got to shut down the consistency. They only got 3 cards. I don't know what's in their hand except for an energy, I think is the only thing I know for sure. So I don't know if Archers ever are play here. Not 100% positive. I like another Night Stretcher. We're going to use all our Night Stretchers on Porygons, and I see absolutely nothing wrong with this. I like the manual attached to the active. It's a Transceiver. I guess we could do it once. Take a supporter I know I don't need, like Proton. I could Ultra Ball that alongside Articuno. And take out Porygon-Z. Because could I evolve this guy this turn? I cannot. That's fine. That's right. I evolved this turn. Okay. That's fine. Do I go Archer? Now that our deck's a little better. Or do I just go Ariana here? I think I just go Ariana here. You got 3 cards in hand. I'll save my Archers. And I'll draw more cards and then reconstitute some extra stuff away. And we get an Ignition Energy as well. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Team Rocket's Factory. What's in store for me? More energy, more Transceivers. Perfect. And how many Proton or Giovannis do I have left? Oh, phenomenal, dude. I got all of them left. So I think I could reconstitute. I don't see a benefit in it. We're swinging for KO on everything in their deck. And I like my board state. We just go Archimand here. Just take the KO, drop down to 4. My opponent's at 3. I need to get a good Archer where my opponent whiffs a KO. If I can pull that off, we are so home free in this matchup. And again, my deck is built for more consistency than my opponent's. They've got an easy setup, but a good, well-timed Iono or Archer in a deck like this, and they're hurting. And there's their third Sacred Ash being played. It's the first one actually being used, but they have discarded 2 others. So, you know, they probably play 4, and they got Brock Scouting. So they have the guaranteed Misty Star Me with the energy, and they got 1 card left in hand. They'll drop down to 2 cards. That is mighty annoying. All right. Hey, man, that's how it goes sometimes. They'll take the 1 prize card. They'll drop down to 2 prize cards left, and I've got an Archer ready to rumble with a phenomenal hand to get this ball rolling for us. And we got 5 Pokemon in the discard pile. Okay, that's cool. Let's throw Porygon up. Actually, you know what? No, I think we go Team Rocket's Energy, so we throw this guy up. Because I want to go evolve into Porygon-Z. I'll have Ignition Energy, which could work for Porygon-Z or a future Porygon-2. If we can't get fully evolved, which is fine. I'm going to need 1 more attacking Pokemon, which means I'm going to need my Sacred Ash to be played at some point. For now, we'll get this guy thrown down, and I will smack down the Team Rocket's Archer here. See what I could draw into before I do anything else. This is great. This is awesome. We'll definitely go Team Rocket's Factory here. See what I could draw. Those are cards. 1 more Archer is going to be pretty big, and that's probably going to be the last supporter I play. So I do think I'd take an Ariana, and then I could reconstitute away. I mean, I do want to look for the Secret Ash. I don't know how relevant it'll be, but I will get rid of a Giovanni and an Ariana. I cannot see these being super useful from here on out. That's a phenomenal draw. And then we'll swing for, what was that, 300 damage. And now is where you start to see this deck really ramp up, man. I mean, we're cooking out here. Getting this deck damage, getting swinging real high. Next turn, easily over 320, man. That's I mean, even over 340 if we want. So we're taking KOs on every relevant Pokemon, and of course I Archer my opponent into Hassle. Talking about a battle of consistency and attrition, and my opponent is winning in both, and I mean, it's hard, man. I was confident in this deck's consistency. And the Max Rod! Oh my god. Okay, you know what? Take it all back to your hand. That's fine. That's alright. I'm going to Archer it all away and hope your hand is clogged up with 3 to 4 Pokemon, and that's that. And I could make an insane comeback from there on out. They're going to go Abrupt Flash, take the KO for 140. This is insane, dude. Did not think I would end up in a situation like this today, but hey, can't complain. This is how the cookie crumbles sometimes. My opponent's going to take 1 prize card, and I've got the guaranteed KO in my hand. It's just, what can I do off this Archer? What can my opponent do off this Archer, I should say? I will evolve into Porygon-Z, could be relevant if they go Gyarados and miss all of them somehow. And then I think we always play the Archer. Always play the Archer in a situation like this. And we will get our Sacred Ash play as well. It's hard to hate on that. Hard to hate on that. I will go Sacred Ash now. I am going to need another couple attacking Pokemon, as well as some for them to evolve into. So I'll take these guys back. And then I'll go Team Rocket's Factory. And I don't think I ever go... This is fine. This is guaranteed KOs for the following couple turns. We just got to go Archimand. 320 damage. My opponent's got 3 cards left. They are out of... They've got 3 Hassles. They definitely have another Lana's Aid. I mean, they easily could have more outs to what I've got going on. And I've got a Petrel, which is a good enough supporter, and they go Magikarp. So that tells me they either have the Gyarados energy in hand or they don't. If they do, that's it. And there's the Gyarados. Do you got the energy? Oh, there's another Gyarados. Oh, no. Do you have the energy or no? You pass. Oh, that's big. Oh, that's so big. Okay. All right. I mean, I don't think it matters if I gust up a Pokemon, because it's just 2 Gyarados. I think all that matters here is I just swing. man, I just go Arcommand 320. And I've got 2 Pokemon that could attack the next turn, and an energy for either of them. There's nothing my opponent could boss up, stall. They just need an energy. If they get an energy, they practically win. And again, there's nothing I could do about that. Like, we've fought this tooth and nail, taking it to the wire. Do they have the Splashing Panic? They got the Super Rod. That doesn't put the energy back in the hand, though. It throws it back in the deck. They put the 1 energy in the deck. Tell me it's Vessel something else is what you got, and you just wanted to do this. You go Iono to 1. Oh. And I lose my energy. Oh, this is bad news bears, honestly. Who finds the energy first? Is it myself or my opponent? I know I've got an energy on the bottom of the deck. I do not know where the other 2 energies are. I've played my Secret Box. I'm down area. I'm down all my draw supporters, honestly, except for 1 Petrel. Oh my god, it's going to be Reconstitutes, dude. And if I get the Petrel, I play the Petrel. If I get the Giovanni, I play the Giovanni. I just need to play anything to get Factory. So I do still have a bit of draw on. I've got 14 cards left in the deck. My opponent's got 29. We know they got a bit of energy from that Max Rod. We know they got 1 from the Rod. And how many off the Max Rod? We're going to check 3 off the Max Rod. They got 1 Water Energy left in the deck. Surprised they didn't take both Water Energy. We get a Team Rocket's Factory. Well, I mean, we reconstitute both these guys away. And I draw into another Porygon. I don't know. There's 2 Porygons there, and I'm down all my recovery. So that Porygon is useless. I mean, there's nothing I can do with this guy here. Yeah, so we just pass for turn. It's just a race to the energy, and I can't hate that. I had a game in hand. My opponent Iono'd it away. If they get the energy, man, you got to respect that. You got to respect that. I shouldn't have got rid of that. What was it? Ariana off Reconstitute, Ultra Ball, something like that. Huge misplay on my end. I should have looked. Should have saw that was my last one and said, nope, this could be valuable at some point. I was just like, this is so close to the end of the game. I just only see myself using Archer. And that was my mistake. That was my mistake. How many supporters do we have in the deck? Because that's going to be huge outs to draw. We've got 1 Petrel, 3 Giovanni. If I could get any of those and play them, we get access to Factory. Once we get access to Factory, we could reconstitute 2 cards away, draw another. I mean, we could definitely dig through my deck better than my opponent. I think my odds are... Actually, you know, I don't know if they're better. Because they got more energy in their deck. I got 3. My opponent, I know, has 4. I wouldn't be shocked if they have more than that. This is nuts. This is a match number 1 for sure. And we get Transceiver, dude. That's a phenomenal card for us to draw into. I think we always go in with the Giovanni here. Because now my opponent doesn't need an energy. They need a Misty Starmie as well. So we'll play this, throw Porygon up here, bring up the Starmie, and now I got access to the Factory. Can the Factory do it for me? Every time, dude. Like I said, when you put this deck in a battle of consistency, we're not losing those. It's not happening. Crazy. And there's a prized energy. That's bad. Good thing I prize checked. Crazy. Match number 1. That one was nuts. That one was nuts. Let's hop into match number 2. 1700 damage. It's nuts. Match number 2. We're gonna see how much damage we can do with this Porygon-Z. Welcome to match number 2. My opponent's got a lot going on, and they chose to go first. They got the Yanma, the Dwebble, the Applin. I mean, this could be Festival Leads. This could be a Mega Deck, like a Cross-Sold Deck. There's so much happening here. So I think for now, we just go Proton, and we're just going to dig out 3 Porygon, man. I mean, this is the start of greatness, essentially. We definitely get these guys smacked down. I could go hacking, but there's nothing to get rid of. Oh, excuse me for yawning. Crazy, crazy day at work. I think we just pass here. Is it ideal? No, absolutely not. But I have a Ultra Ball for Porygon 2 and an Ignition Energy to attack if I could get a couple supporters in the discard pile. Which isn't the end of the world. Like, I think that's fine. My opponent could go Ascension if this is their manual attach. So be it. I mean, we could deal with the Crustle. Crustle is not scary to a deck with no EXs in play. This Mysterious Rock-In is not going to affect us too much, and they're not going to KO us much either. If I could get a Rare Candy, Secret Box will do. That is pretty much exactly what we needed. I think it really is bad. I've got to get rid of these 3. I don't see another way around it. I need to keep my energy. That's the most important thing in this deck, is being able to manual attach. We need to go Ariana, Rare Candy, Factory. Every time, dude. Smack the Factory down, smack a little Rare Candy into Porygon-Z. Get a little Team Rocket's energy, ready to rumble. And then rip in Ariana for a full 7. And off this, we got a Proton Transceiver. This is cool. Before I use the Transceiver to try to get some extra energy in the discard pile, or excuse me, extra supporters in the discard pile, I'm going to Factory, hopefully draw into a couple there. And Archer Proton. Not the ones I was hoping to get rid of. I'll make do, though. I'll make do. We'll take out another Proton. Yeah, we'll take another Proton for sure. Could Ultra Ball, get rid of 2 more Proton. I'd rather just use Reconstitute. Get us up to 100 damage. Draw another card, and it's another Rare Candy. So I am tempted to go Ultra Ball for Rare Candy, another Porygon-Z, but I don't think that's ever worth it. I think we just swing for 100 damage here. Put my opponent on the ropes. Tell them, hey, you got to evolve, or excuse me, get attack in this turn with something that's going to take a KO, or I'm going to jump up in prizes, get more supporters in the discard pile, and that never feels great. Instead, they'll get an energy attached to Applin and go Boss. Okay, I mean, this is fine. This is totally fine. I don't mind them stalling at all with another Porygon. I got a Rare Candy in hand. Ultra Ball myself to a Porygon-Z. And we get a Petrel. Well, if I've ever seen a card to Ultra Ball away, that would be it. So we'll get rid of 1 and 2. And hope that that wasn't my last Stadium. Yeah, no, I got 1 more Stadium in the deck. Okay, so then we'll go Rare Candy, Evolve here. We'll smack the energy down on Porygon on this guy, and then I think we swing for 120. Feels solid. Feels pretty solid. And then I'll take a prize card. And now I'm at a point where I'm going to be one-shotting most things in their deck, especially with that Ariana. That's huge. That is so big. I mean, I could play the Ultra Ball, get rid of Archer and whatever my top deck is, thin my hand down a little bit, play the Ariana and draw more cards. You got Festival Grounds, it's fine. If you go Diplo and KO my active, you're going to need both of your attacks to do it, and my R command is going to be ripping through your deck, so this is totally okay. Not the end of the world for me. Yeah, they just scoop. So, I mean, insane setup, dude. It's just like, yeah, I know we abused my opponent in that one, but like you can't argue with a setup that clean. I mean, it's just you get what you need off the Proton. You then go with the Secret Box Rare Candy swing. It's fast and it works. Porygon-Z 2-0. Let's hop in a match number 3. See if we can get the perfect record for the day. Welcome to match number 3, and we are gonna have 1 game on our hands since we're up against Goldengo, the Pokemon that is tearing up the format. I mean, we gotta start strong with the Proton, right? And just get our board established. I'm not worried about the bench snipe or anything with this deck, so I really do just want to pull out a bunch of Porygons. We got our Porygon 2 since 1 is in our hand, and we got Porygon-Z, so I'm not worried about attacking. And we got 1 Ignition Energy prize because 1 is also in our hand. So I just kind of want to establish my board here and then pass it on over to my opponent. Now, what's nice is I do have Ultra Ball to get rid of Archer and Giovanni. And then I could attach the Ignition Energy, evolve into Porygon 2, and rip Ariana for a full 8, depending on what my top deck is. So there is a decent chance I might actually be able to take out a Gimmighoul and go up 1 prize card, which doesn't seem important. But in this matchup, the most important thing is swinging for KO every single turn, because it's kind of like Ancient Box. You need to be able to ramp up fast, and once you could do that, I mean, you're solid. You're a single prize deck into a 2 prize attacking deck. We want to limit all of the Porygon-Zs and stuff we got in play, so Scizor doesn't become insanely relevant at any point, but I mean, for now, a Gimmighoul at 50 HP, dude, I think we got guaranteed KO just by our hand. So this is okay. They could use the Genesect, take out the Goldengo and the Scizor. We went first, so we know they're not evolving this turn. They're active at least, so we're taking a KO. They'll take their evolutions, and they'll get 2 Goldengos on the board. So I'm gonna need my second attacking turn is where I'm gonna need that big ramp up in damage to. I mean, if we 2-shot, it's not the end of the world. If we could 1-shot a Goldengo from here on out, dude, like, it's over. It's over. For now, they'll pass it on over to us. With that, that is actually the best top deck I think I could have asked for. We'll definitely Ultra Ball these here. I'll take another Porygon 2 to just establish my board a little farther. We'll get the 1 Ignition Energy down as well as a Porygon 2. We'll evolve a second one to make playing the game a little bit easier, and we're going to be drawing 10 cards off the Ariana plus the Team Rocket's factory. So, I mean, this is just the best spot we could possibly be in. We'll go Arcommand for 80 damage, and my god, do we have a turn lined up to just rip through a Golden Go. We're going to take a prize card here. Now, this is where that Rare Candy actually is insane. That might be the best prize card, because now we got Reconstitute for 4 supporters? Good night, dude. And we don't need Giovanni at this point. I mean, maybe we go Giovanni into Genesect, but I feel like the importance is drawing an energy here. I don't even hate Petrel to just discard my hand, but that doesn't give me the most draw. I think I want to set myself up if they take a KO for Archer. If they somehow don't take a KO Ariana, but instead they're going to go Iona, which they definitely needed to do because I was about to fly. This is interesting. If they play another single prize Pokemon, I mean, we still don't have draw. We just got Giovanni. So, you know what? Even this is actually pretty bad. I'm not going to lie. This is pretty bad. I could play Giovanni, go Team Rocket's Factory, draw 2, and as long as I can hit an Ultra Ball or Ultra Ball, Secret Box, something like that, we got a KO. I can attach to Team Rocket's energy, take out the Scyther, which is, I know, a single prize Pokemon, but gives us back on even prize cards. Does a little bit of work for us. So we do have Team Rocket's Factory, which is nice. If nothing else, we'll be okay. You know, we'll figure it out. It's not the end of the world. I definitely don't mind targeting down the Scyther. I don't think I ever take a Gimmick Ghoul here. They go Metallic Signal again. Yeah, I mean, it's going to come down to our top deck. It's a shame we actually had so many supporters in my last hand. There's still so many cards that we could top deck to get us out of this. I mean, Secret Box guarantees it. Transceiver, we're fine. Any draw supporter, when they take this KO, we're fine. And they both the KO. Okay, never mind. We're so golden. And I get a Proton here. I mean, this is cool, right? Because I could go Giovanni, bring up the Genesect. Now they need an Air Balloon, too, which is annoying, if nothing else. I guess I could take up the Gimme Ghoul, but that's a bigger if. They whiffed the KO, so I'm not as pressed to take a KO myself. I'll just play the Factory and move on, man. And we get Ultra Ball here, too. Good night, dude. Good night, Streaks. That's fine. I get rid of Articuno Proton. Articuno Proton. Take out the Porygon-Z. How much are we swinging for? 120? Do I even want to attack here? Single prize Pokemon would have been awesome to take a KO, but I don't think I care. I mean, I could evolve one of them. Attacking doesn't do anything, though. I'll just pass. When we attack without taking a KO, I don't think there's a benefit to us. I guess maybe I should have archered. I just didn't have a gear. Like, the chances of me actually pulling off that Porygon-Z were not insanely high, so I did not feel it was worth it. And right now I have no abilities in play, so that Scizor is doing nothing. The Genesects are all on their bench, so the most they could do is draw 3 cards. They are going to have 11 cards in their hand after coin bonus. The chances of them having Arven, a Switch Out, or Air Balloon were insanely high, so this is okay. You know, they take a KO, they tie us up on prize cards. I've got Archer in hand, so I could take their 10 card, 11 card hand, put it back down to 0, and just move on with my life. I've got the Team Rocket's energy plus Porygon-Z in hand. Pheasantipity is just a Giovanni target. It's just a Giovanni target. We've got a guaranteed attack. I'm just going to need a big Factory, Archer, Reconstitute. We are swinging 120. So that means we got 6 in the discard pile. I need to get, what, 8 supporters in the discard pile? No, I've got, actually, how many do I have in the discard pile? 2, 4, 6, yeah. I need 7. Is it 7? No. 260 would be 130 if you divide that by 2. I'm messing myself up with math. I think 7 will be fine. Because if we doubled what we have, that would be 240 plus 1 more. Yeah, we need 7 in, no. 13 in the discard pile. It is 13 in the discard pile. Okay, I'm going insane. I need to just slow down. Long day at work. Math in my brain, not working. I don't know what I was trying to do, but I can tell you it was wrong. We do need 13 supporters in the discard pile. And we played 20, which sounds like now we need an insane amount. It's really not that bad. Again, a Secret Box, and we're practically there. And we could totally hit that off a good Archer. So they'll swing for KO. They'll get rid of 2 energy. I don't think they played their Energy Search Pro last turn. No, they did not. Okay. So, I mean, I guess Archer isn't doing the most, but it's doing enough. And right now, it's all we need. Also, Night Stretcher here, fine card to play. It's also a pretty good card, huh? I think, though, we just keep that in the deck. I like the Night Stretcher to just keep 4 Porygons in play and just try to keep these guys evolving as consistently as possible for the rest of the game. So we'll smack this down. We'll play the Archer, draw a new 5. My opponent will draw a new 3, and I'll see what these 5 cards can buy me. Right now, it doesn't feel like anything too good, to be honest. So I think I do just Team Rocket's Factory, see if I can get something a little bit better. And honestly, this might be, though, a little bit better. I mean, I could draw a little bit more. I don't see us getting the KO no matter what, so I think I do just like the R command for 140. They don't have access to Pheasantipity. They've just got access to coin bonuses, and on the following turn, I can very easily get down another Porygon-Z. I could get down 2 Porygon-Zs even. I could go Transceiver for Ariana. I could go Team Rocket's Archer when they inevitably take this KO. Like, we're fine. And there's the Energy Search Pro. Now we go Archer. Now's when they take all the energy out of their deck, and I try to just shuffle them back and take out one of the biggest energy search engines they got in their deck. They also have an unholy amount of draw power. So if they get like 50 cards in their hand, I mean, the more cards in their hand, the better Archer feels, right? You know, as they expend more resources to draw big, you know, play the Energy Search Pro, get themselves going. Levancia, keep the energy recycling. I love it, man. Play your cards. I got another Factory in hand plus an Archer waiting to take over here. And yeah, you'll get everything you can with Energy Search Pro. You don't have access to Fez. I apologize. I was about to say you do. I did not take the KO. I've just left this Goldengo in a rough spot. So you need an Air Balloon, right? You go Air Balloon, go into another Goldengo. Things could get a little tricky, but hey, we're going to get single prize deck things, right? Never give them an out to Scizor. Just keep swinging as hard as possible every turn. So what do they do here? What is your play from here on out? It doesn't seem phenomenal. I feel like this matchup is not bad, but it's a 2-prize deck. And if you limit your Porygon-Zs, you're always good. And again, this is why I love Ignition Energy more than Reversal Energy. Ignition Energy is just useful like 90% of the... It's 90% more than Reversal is. Because, you know, you could get after it early. Now Porygon 2 is just infinitely easier to use. I mean, it just... Everything about it helps so much. And they pass for turn, so they don't even KO my active. Sure. If this is what we need to do. I think if that's the case, I definitely want to... Stadium bump here. I can't disrupt, but I can try to just dig a little deeper into the deck, right? And then I take an Ariana here. We only have one more Archer, so I do like taking an Ariana. And then we can Ultra Ball away Proton Porygon, which hurts a bit, but I mean, we just fail that. It's just a supporter in the discard pile for us to go Ariana, draw a bunch, and then love this. Love this a ton. Because now we could go Team Rocket's Factory. We got another energy as well to set up. This is awesome, dude. Because we could reconstitute here. I want to see if I could just get up to 260. Because then I think that's where we just absolutely take over. There's nothing my opponent could do. Another Ignition Energy is fine. I'm nowhere close to needing a Sacred Ash. I don't mind the manual evolution and just getting an energy down. Just puts my opponent in a interesting spot. Pretty hard spot to work around. The Punishing Scissors. Scissor does not do enough damage to KO either Porygon. I don't mind having 2 evolved. I could go Night Stretcher for the Porygon 2 here. I think I do. Yeah, because then I just Sacred Ash, and it's just a manual evolution. And get more stuff on the bench, and we save our Rare Candies for the late game too, which is pretty sweet. And then we go our command. 220. I could go Reconstitute here and get up to 260. Doesn't really do anything for me. I think we just wait for them to KO us so I can play Archer, and I'll feel a whole lot better about that. So we'll take 2 prize cards. I'm up 3 prize cards, or I've taken 3 prize cards. I'm up 2 against my opponent who has taken 1. And I like this. I mean, I like this setup. I like what we got cooking. I don't know why my opponent did not take a KO last turn. Maybe they left. I guess that's a possibility, right? I mean, this definitely feels like a bad matchup for Goldengo, and I'm not complaining about it. This is a super goofy card that I'm so excited, because I feel like it's decent right now. I feel like as far as rogue decks go, this is kind of a fun one to look into. Definitely got some merit to it. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see who my opponent promotes. I think they might have just tapped out, though. I think they might have saw the way this match was going and just said, you know what? have fun. This is yours. Nothing I'm gonna do about it, and just let it rock. And you will never hear me complain about that. So we're just gonna sit and wait. I think they've dipped though. 13 cards in hand. They have access to flip the script double coin bonus. So they could draw another 6 cards, go up to 19 cards in their hand, almost a third of their deck. If they did that, they would have almost no cards left in their deck. I still think we would always go Archer and just try to get rid of all the resources that they could have access to. But again, I think my opponent's sitting here doing absolutely nothing. There's no way they're still playing the game. We are just permanently a Pokemon ahead now because they did not take a KO last turn too. I mean, next turn we promote Porygon 2, attach Ignition Energy, leave a set up Porygon-Z in the back end. Just get full value out of Ignition and just rip an Archer, assuming they actually take a KO, right? Because then they'll drop down to 4 prize cards. I'll drop down to 1 when I just blow them up. Because Archer will put me up to 240 damage, then reconstitute a supporter from that away. We're at 260. Boom, they're inactive too long. 3-0, Porygon-Z. Totally a fun deck. Definitely recommend giving it a go. It's a lot of fun to play. It's like a hybrid, I think, between Typhlosion and Ancient Box, and I love that so much. So give this deck a run. Yeah, with that being said, I hope everyone's doing awesome. Stay epic. Peace.